Okay.
Alright.
Is that so you can sync up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you may think you see a grease-painted performer sitting before you, but trust me, I'm not here to brighten your dismal day.
Welcome to Wages of Cine, 31 Days of Horror. I'm Dan Beck,
I'm Philip Baldy.
and we are reviewing
31.
Rob Zombie's newest film.
What the hell is this?
Well, basically the movie is like they took the cast of Lords of Salem, threw in a dwarf Nazi, a Joker ripoff, a Harley Quinn ripoff, and threw them into a Hunger Games movie. So it's brilliant. It's got a wonderful soundtrack.
Does?
It's got the mamas and papas doing Californian Dreamin'. It's got Aerosmith doing Dream On. It's got a Leonard Skinner tune. It's got some original music by Johnny Five from the Rob Zombie group. And it's basically your run-of-the-mill Rob Zombie movie. There's probably about 325 uses of the word fuck. There's gratuitous nudity.
Full frontal.
Full frontal. You get to see the cooch.
Bear, I say, bear as a cooch dancer's midriff.
For the 70s, that was...
That was mandatory. They didn't have the internet in the 70s, so people would go see these types of movies to see nudity. But it brings it into a genre.
It does.
It does. It's like you could watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre and this back to back, and
You wouldn't know the difference.
No. Except Texas Chainsaw was probably a little bit better acted.
You digging what you see, Pops?
I reckon I do. You damn fool! You ruined the door!
Rob Zombie really needs to stop casting his wife. You know, she really brings down the movie a notch or two. She's terrible.
Maybe she would be better as like just a supporting role and not the lead.
Or if she was one of the girls that got killed in like the first 10 minutes, instead of having to support the whole movie. But, you know, you get what you get. There's some bad wigs in this movie, too.
Yeah, there is. It has Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah.
And he and two other ladies, which one we know is from Lords of Salem.
Yep.
They are sort of in Victorian garb, where they have like the wigs and the get-up. The faces are kind of painted pale.
Yeah.
It's all the artificial stuff that goes into the Victorian era.
Yeah.
And they have a bet. They have an ongoing bet, and they announce the odds hour by hour.
Yeah, basically they kidnap a group of people, and they send in killers every now and then. If the kidnapped people kill the killers, then they send in more killers until time is up. They have about 12 hours, and if they survive the 12 hours, they get let go. And so far, when the movie starts, nobody has survived the movie. I mean, nobody survives the capture. So at the end of the movie, somebody does survive. Surprise, surprise. But
Spoiler.
Spoiler!
But there wouldn't be a movie if there wasn't drama and someone surviving.
Well, nobody had to survive.
Well, we don't know.
Well, they survived the capture.
They survived the game.
They beat the
won
game. Well, at least one person beat the game. And it only happens once a year on Halloween, though.
That's why it's 31.
31. Because it's Halloween the
It's
1st.
October 31st.
Except for the days it's on Friday. Halloween's on Friday the 13th. I don't know. But it's a solid movie. If you can watch a Friday the 13th movie and not be bored, this is like Citizen Kane compared to like... Compared to Friday the 13th Part 2, this is Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I suppose so. Minus the newspaper tycoon.
And the snow sled.
Yes, there were no snow sleds in there.
They should put one. They should put one in the sequel. Call it 31 Rosebud. That'll be the address of the house they take them to.
31 leap year.
31. 31 Rosebud Lane.
So it had Meg Foster in it,
Yeah.
and the only thing we could figure that was her biggest role was They Live.
Yeah. She was in like Miami Vice. She was on an episode of Murder, She Wrote. I mean, she was in a lot of stuff.
It was
but,
all television.
Yeah, it's all television. And like 1 or 2 episodes. It wasn't like a series. How did she get famous?
She's just famous.
She's famous for being famous.
Yeah.
You know, like if she was around today, she probably had done the episode of Law and Order, then an episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and then Criminal Minds, an episode of that. She would have been one of those type people that did like one episode.
Well, she is still around today. You just mean at the height of her acting.
I mean, like as a working actress.
Not called out of retirement. So
Yeah.
Rob Zombie movie.
Well, I don't know. This movie was crowdfunded too. Like you could buy stuff from his previous movies, like crosses from Houses of Thousand Corpses, and it helped fund this movie. But I didn't do any of that because it was expensive.
Was it?
Yeah, like one of the crosses from House of a Thousand Corpses was like a few thousand.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And you didn't get any kind of producer credit on that if you did?
No, to get producer credit, your name actually in the credits, that was like $20,000 or something. I don't know.
Jeez. How many of those were there?
Actually, there were people buying it. I was like,
Wow.
To quote the movie, I could tell her if she was drunk or retarded. There are a couple good lines in it, but
Everybody loves popcorn.
Yeah.
yeah.
I did like the guy that was like the faux Jay Leno Joker in there.
Yeah.
When he was like, "I'm not crazy because I'm in control."
Yeah.
I like that line.
One of the first killers they sent in is the Nazi dwarf. And what I don't understand is why didn't they just climb on something high where he couldn't get to him and just weigh out the 12 hours?
That would have worked.
Yeah. Or if they just injured the killer where he couldn't move but didn't die, I don't think they could send in more killers until the killer
I
died.
think that does seem to be the way that it worked. They had to be like
Dead.
somehow killed and just totally taken out of the game to send in a new batch of killers.
But if they did that, it wouldn't have been too good of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we mention how terrible Rob Zombie's wife is?
I don't think we did.
It is just terrible. I mean, she's been
Every Rob Zombie movie.
every Rob Zombie movie, the episode of CSI he directed, and
There was a movie that she was in that he had nothing to do with.
yeah, that's right.
What movie was that?
I don't know. Who saw it? Nobody saw it.
I don't know. We didn't see
Jump
it.
cut.
Toolbox Murders.
Oh yeah, directed by Tony Hooper.
Yeah.
There's another guy we don't know what happened to. He was doing a lot of TV for a while. He did the Nightmare on Elm Street TV show.
He did Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
TV show?
No.
No, I'm talking about
No,
lately.
lately.
Then he was just doing TV for a while, and then yeah, that's where you go when your movie career dies.
TV.
TV.
Meg Foster started out in TV.
Well, what other movie other than They Live was Meg Foster in?
I have no idea. Tell us in the comments.
Tell us in the comments down below. So what do you rate 31 on a 4-star scale?
Oh, no, it's a 5-star.
5-star. Well, I'm gonna have to change my star.
So like the way that we do our rating system is if it's a crappy movie, a good crappy movie, we give it poops.
Poops.
So like 1 to 5, 5 being the greatest
Poop.
crappy movie you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And if it's a good movie, we rate it by something that's in the movie.
Like Nazi dwarfs.
Yes, it could be a Nazi dwarf. So like it's 1 to 5, 5 being the good, 1 being you hated it.
Okay.
And you can pick something from the movie. So it can either be a poop or it can be just something from the movie that's iconic.
Can I do both? a Nazi dwarf and a poop because they're two different scales.
But if you do like a Nazi dwarf,
Yeah.
then you would like the movie.
I do like the movie.
But if you did a poop, then it's a crappy movie.
It is a crappy movie.
Well, I guess you could rate it in both if you'd like. We've never had that.
I'm going to do that. I'm breaking the rules. Call me crazy. Call me
This is
insane.
An anomaly.
I give it 4.5 Nazi dwarfs.
4.5 Nazi dwarves.
Yeah. That's out of 5. And I give it 3 poops because it's a terrible movie, but it's shot well. It has a great soundtrack. And I thought it was interesting. But it's a great movie, but it's terrible.
So for a movie,
It's
crappy.
yeah.
But for a Rob Zombie movie, it's pretty good.
No, it's about average for a Rob Zombie movie.
It's
Because
better than
there's some
Lords of
really
Salem.
terrible movies, you know.
It was better than Lords of Salem.
It's better than Lords of Salem. It's better than Halloween 2. It's about on level with Halloween 1 and House of a Thousand Corpses.
So it's on par with House of 1,000 Corpses.
Yes. Maybe a little bit better. I take it this way. The first third of the House of Thousand Corpses is better than 31. But the second third and the third third is worse than 31. So if you just stopped it at the 1/3 mark, House of a Thousand Corpses would be better. But if you watch the whole thing, 31's better.
Wow. My mind is blown.
Yeah, if you watch a House of a Thousand Corpses, stop about 1/3 of the way through.
Because like usually when you watch a movie,
Mm-hmm.
the movie
watch all of it.
Well, the movie is kind of beginning to end, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it seems Rob Zombie, there's a sliding scale of time dependence
Yeah.
and various other factors that make it a good movie or a bad movie.
That's why Devil's Rejects is so great. It's one of my top 10 favorite movies of all times. All time, not all times, but it's great in the beginning, it's great in the middle, and it's great at the end. And Rob Zombie always has these white trash people in it. And Devil's Rejects, you like the right white trash people. They're funny, they're smart, they're just evil white trash people. But in 31, the white trash people aren't as entertaining or have as good as personality as the Devil's Rejects.
Well, it seemed like the group of people,
Mm-hmm.
they were some kind of circus act, maybe?
Yeah.
And which played into the clown theme
Mm-hmm.
throughout the movie. But they were an eclectic mix of people with an eclectic mix of decor inside the van.
Yeah, you had a black guy trying to talk Jamaican or something.
And then there was a redneck black guy.
Yeah, redneck.
But then they had a rebel flag hanging up.
And they had the same mother or same.
Yeah, it was something weird. Like that.
Yeah.
It was an eclectic mix of a bunch of things.
That Jamaican accent was terrible.
You didn't like Sherry Moon's Jamaican accent?
No. See, here's the thing. The black guy doing the Jamaican accent, at first I thought he was just joking around, but he kept it through the whole movie.
But he did, like, make up for it with a wig.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
So, for me to rate it,
Are you gonna give it poops or the Nazi dwarfs?
I actually enjoyed watching this movie.
So that's the Nazi dwarfs.
Well, I'll pick something else.
Oh,
you took Nazi dwarfs,
Okay.
so I'll have to pick something else.
Oh.
So, like, in the movie, like, Lords of Salem, you and I did a podcast
Yes.
of Lords of Salem. Lords of Salem was an okay movie, but I think he was taking a little too serious on that and kind of went a little too far and didn't stick to a more traditional narrative.
Yeah.
So it kind of lost you partway through.
Yeah.
Where this one, like you were saying with Devil's Rejects and House of 1,000 Corpses, this was just kind of just crazy fun all the way through.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy that. And I'm going to give it 3.5 marionette puppet.
Yeah, they were
Things.
marionette puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Go rent it. It's on Amazon streaming.
Yes.
For you can rent it for like $10, which is the price of a movie ticket, and
Cheaper than a movie ticket
Shit,
if you go to the new theater.
you can have whatever beverage you want.
Yes.
You can get some sushi and eat it. You can get some pizza. You can get anything you want to eat.
We had pizza.
We had pizza. And some garlic balls.
Yeah.
Those were delicious.
Garlic knots.
Garlic knots, and not garlic balls.
No, they were tied.
We're tired. So there were vasectomy garlic balls.
Yes.
They can't have children. But it's good. Garlic's good for your blood. It helps with circulation.
And keeps vampires away.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason. Because like if they bite into you and you've been eating garlic, it shoots out too fast.
Chokes them.
Yeah, it won't clot in the vampire's system, and it's terrible.
Just gives them upset.
Think about it. Do you like vampires? I don't. Especially the ones on True Blood. They're a little bit wimpy for me.
I haven't watched True Blood.
There's a lot of nudity in True Blood. It's like softcore porn for women.
That doesn't seem to make any sense.
Okay, it's sort of like softcore porn, but it's made for women.
Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense right there.
Hey.
It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, it's like 50 Shades of Grey, but with vampires.
It's like rich, abusive men.
Some of them are, yes, but they're vampires.
No, I was talking about 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, okay, but the vampires are like rich. Yeah, because they don't die.
Well, that stands to reason.
They don't die, so they don't have to buy stuff like health insurance, which I hear is expensive.
It is.
And they don't eat. They just drink blood.
Yeah. So that's our review of True Blood.
True Blood's terrible, but 31's great.
31.
Rob Zombie's going to need to do a vampire movie.
Yeah.
And not have his wife in it.
Without clowns and without Sherry Moon Zombie.
She can be in the movie. She dies in like the first 5 minutes.
Which is never going to happen. We've been wishing for that since the beginning.
She gets to yell a couple times, but she didn't even yell she didn't convince me when she yelled and screamed in 31.
She didn't even convince me when she balled up her fist.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not going to really do much.
We forgot about the chainsaw fight.
Yeah, there was a chainsaw.
It's as good as any lightsaber fight in a Star Wars movie.
Yep, and there's a cage.
There's a bunch of cages.
It's cage fighting with chainsaws.
And locked doors. And
locked doors. And Doom's head.
Yeah. And the clown's heads.
The thing I didn't understand is the guy, the last guy, how he knew that was Doom's head. Because he said, it's Doom's head. How did he know?
He's psychic.
I think they're leading into a sequel. 32.
31 part 2. November 1st, the next day. No, 31 the next day. Sam Hain.
Yep. So, I'm Dan Beck.
I'm Philip Baldy.
And this was our review of 31 for 31 Days of Horror. So, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check back tomorrow for another review from one of the other Wages of Cine guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Subscribe down below.
In the crotch bar.
Crotch bar.